unpopular topics. Yeah, I got this little ring light right here. It's supposed to fit around the child. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work that out, okay? I found I think I showed y'all, just waiting on some of y'all to come in here if you're coming. I did find I can't find the charger though. Like, I need to be able to connect excuse me, the microphone to you know, the computer, so I can be able to speak to y'all more. I'm gonna find it, y'all. I got some more stuff that I found great. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. When I first started YouTube, I bought so much stuff. Don't buy all that stuff, y'all. Y'all don't need all that stuff. All you need is your phone. I use my GoPro now, and I use my phone to do a lot of stuff. I love, 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 love my GoPro. I think I got a GoPro 10 that I bought some years ago. I love it. I use my drone to fly stuff. I got so much content. I ought to be ashamed to not have it on here, but I'm getting to it. Starting tonight, I'm doing actually in there cleaning up. I might can make that a vlog because I saw people like to see people clean up. I don't know why, but they do. And it's a thing. It's a lot of stuff that's a thing on YouTube that's not a thing on anywhere else. Actually, I wanted to actually tell y'all, YouTube is king. We was talking about this. Anton Daniels was talking about it the other day. He had made a video. I haven't been on his channel lately, but he has said something about YouTube is king, and YouTube is king. I thought about this. Every time I want to look for something or research something, I go straight to YouTube or Google. I don't go to Facebook. I don't go to Instagram, honey. I go to YouTube or Google. Because 9 times out of 10, somebody done did a blog on it. 9 times out of 10, somebody done fixed something that I need to fix. Or 9 times out of 10, I probably find something out. I'm like, I need to make a video about this. I couldn't find it. So anyways, let's get into today's unpopular topics. I was reading over this today, and I was like, this Mexican cartel is just out of control at this point. 15 bodies found in let me go back to it. 15 bodies found in southeast Mexico region plagued by drug cartel violence. Now, y'all, hey, y'all, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm talking about 15 bodies found, maybe, possibly, allegedly linked to the drug cartel in Mexico. We're going to see. I don't know. We got to read the article and see. But if y'all don't know, the Mexican cartel been a thing. I know. That's what I said. Okay, it's been a thing for a long time. Since I've been alive, I know. Hey, y'all. Hey, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. I'm talking about 15 bodies found that can be possibly allegedly linked to the Mexican drug cartel. Let's get into the article. This is by CBS News. The bodies of 15 people were recovered from pits in the southern Mexico state of... Is that Chia? Let me go to Google Translate because I'm going to mess that up. I already know. I don't mind going to Google Translate trying to figure out how to say something, y'all. We need to learn Spanish, a lot of us, especially me. I stay in California. I need to learn Spanish. Let me see. Chiapas. Google Translate said that word is the Mexican state of Chiapas, which has been plagued by drug cartel violence. In a post on X, Chiapas State Governor Eduardo Ramirez detailed an operation to restore stability to near places like Guatemala, where rival cartels have been involved in some type of turf war. They always going into, I've been to Mexico about 5 times, y'all. I've never seen like the actual cartels, but you know how you watch like Mexican those cartel movies like on Netflix, and you see the people with the guns. That is a real thing over there. Even when I was in Panama just in October, you have to go in certain places and you see them at the borders with those big guns. Okay, I was like, oh, shiggity. What? Unfortunately, 15 bodies have been found so far in secret graves in 2 properties, Ramirez wrote Saturday on social media. He added that weapons, vehicles, and drugs were also seized and 4 people had been arrested, though he did not say if those people were allegedly involved uh, in the 15 deaths of the people, because they probably ain't gonna know that yet, especially if they got to do an investigation. Mexico's cartel related violence is concentrated in along along the drug trafficking routes, ports, and borders. Chiapas State has been described by the Insight Crime think tank as a major smuggler hub of both drugs and migrants. Oh my goodness. So if y'all don't know, like Netflix got all of the majority of Netflix have a lot of Mexican cartel stuff, like what's his name? Chapez, El Chapo. Netflix got all of those different stuff. If y'all interested, Netflix have everything, child. And if you're interested in stories like that, maybe we do some story times with them on my channel. We don't have to do a live. I can do, some other story times with them. For the past 2 years, the Sinaloa and Alicio, I think that's Aliso. Let me see. Y'all don't know. I'm going to the Google Translator, honey, because I think that's Aliso. Let me see what Google say. Jalisco. I was saying Jalisco, but I wasn't far from it. Jalisco, right? Jalisco. Because there I think the J is like silent and whatnot, if I'm not mistaken. In some of those Central and South America, they don't pronounce the J like we do. Like my middle name is Jeanette, hence this is Jeanette Beauty TV. That's my middle name. So my first name is Yolanda. Jeanette is my middle name. But Jalisco new generation cartels have been engaged in bloody turf battles in Chiapas that have involved killing whole families and forcing the village to take sides in the disputes. Hundreds of Chiapas residents have been fleeing to neighborhoods in Guatemala for their safety. Since Mexico launched its controversy anti-drug operation in 2006. Wait, really? Because I'm telling y'all, I've been to Playa del Carmen. I've been to, Playa del Carmen. I've been to Cozumel. I've been to a few places. What else I've been? I've been to a few places in Mexico. I've never seen it, but check it. If you want to Mexico, hey y'all, hey, thanks for joining me. Okay, well have a good day. If you gotta go, that's fine. You can always watch it on a replay. So if you've ever been to, make sure you give me a like and make sure you subscribe. If you like daily topics to see what's going on in North America and everywhere else, I talk about everything. Y'all, I was fearing for my life yesterday. I was so scared when I saw that story. And then I was on my way to the airport. I was a nervous wreck. Okay? I was so scared, y'all. And then I was so nervous and scared. I had did a whole vlog with y'all with no sound because I had headphones in. Oh my God. So I had to go back. I was like, people kept saying they couldn't hear me. So I was like, why they can't hear me? Child, I was nervous and I was a nervous wreck yesterday. Anyways, make sure y'all play that back because I was scared yesterday. I was just going to San Diego, but I was scared. It has recorded more than 450 murders and tens of thousands of people have gone missing, according to officials. In October, a well-known Catholic priest, Marcelo Perez, who was an activist for indigenous people and farm laborers, was gunned down and killed in Chiapas. Oh my goodness. These screenshot there, we're gonna find out who he was. Perez, 50 years old, had often received threats, but nonetheless continued to work as a peace activist. Human rights activist Perez did not receive the government protection he needed. Yeah, a lot of these places I be hearing are allegedly corrupt. The government be in with the police, and you know, it be a lot going on. I am thankful for being able to be here in North America, even though I believe our police can do better, because I did a live. I did not know about the black guy that had got beat up by the police like that. And if you guys want to go back and watch that live that I did, I always look the articles in the description, and they had the video. And I told y'all, New York, honey, they don't care about nobody. They don't care about if you black or white there. They don't care. Okay. So we have to be careful and vigilant. Don't be arguing with these people out here. Don't be going up against the police. Just do what they ask you to do. They ask you for an ID. Give them your ID. What is you going? I be seeing people going back and forth with them. Like, don't go back and forth with them. Give them your driver's license if you're driving a vehicle. I don't have to give you. It's like, just give it to them. Just to get away from them safely. I would suggest anybody to do what they ask you to do, as long as it's lawful. Even if it's not lawful, hey, get your phone out and start recording somewhere where they can't see. And then you can go back and revisit that. You still will have your life to live. You know what I mean? Don't be going back and forth with the police. You can't win with them by yourself. Let me see if I can pull this down some. Okay, by yourself. I would not be going back and forth. I think I got stopped by the police one time in California. Since I've been here 10 years. I got stopped. No. I got stopped twice. One of them was a highway patrolman. That's why I say you got to learn the laws and the land that you live in, baby, because the highway patrolman stopped me only because I had made a U-turn, and he was like telling me the same thing. This was early on when I first got here. He was like, hey, you can't make a U-turn in Pasadena business district like that. He told me the ordinances in Pasadena. They of course, they know the laws. But I was like, oh, okay. And since I have a Class A license and I was driving for a living, he didn't give me a ticket. He just gave me a warning. I was so grateful. But I could have been like, oh, you don't tell. No, that lip service that people get to police ain't going to get you nowhere. Like, look at Mexico, how corrupt they're saying that it is. I've been there. Even though I've never had that experience there, I've always been with a travel group, a safe travel group, thank God. And I've also visited on a boat. I've been to Cozumel on a boat. And when you on a boat, it's different because you have people that can take you away. Like the taxi driver, like, hey, we could take you to a nearby beach. And they have like all different type of stuff. Back then, I was just a photo person versus getting cameras. Getting a video. But I'm gonna go back there and get my video because that place was bomb, and they had all type of and you know what? I'm gonna try to do a short video on that. Maybe I can do a short video and show you guys some of the. I don't know if it's longer. I can do longer, but they show you how they make the alcohol and stuff. They show you how they do everything. They give you like a whole tour. So I would have to dig those pictures up out of the grave and put them on try to see if I can find a way to make them look interesting to you guys on a short form video. But I am going back there. Like next year I'm gonna be Travel Bay next year. I'm gonna be Travel Bay starting next month in January. I'm gonna be going everywhere on my vacation, y'all. I don't care if it's a 3-day cruise. Like I'm thinking about going on a 3-day cruise now to Mexico, to Cozumel, for that reason right there, because I love travel and I like the boat. Like a lot of people don't like the boat, but I like the boat. It's okay. It's not bad. I mean, especially like right here in California. I think out of Long Beach, you can go to Mexico and stuff like that. You probably can go anywhere, but I'm going to be Travel Bay next year, honey. And then, I'm going to take you guys along with me so we can be Travel Bay together. Okay, so let me get back to the article. Y'all know I be getting sidetracked talking about stuff, y'all. The president who took office October 1st has pledged to follow the policies of his predecessor and mentor, the former president, Andres Manuel Lopez. not confirming the drug of not confronting the drug cartels. Um, and some of those movies, a lot of people give in to them. I don't even know if that's a thing. Y'all, I was on here crying. My friend from Mexico, he got killed. George. So George had been in North America, even though he this is just a history of my friend, my true friend. I don't have a lot of friends, but this was my friend because we stayed in contact even when I moved from Chicago. The early to now, it was, I think I moved from Chicago in 99 or something like that when I had to go away to take care of some family in the South. But he was my daughter's godfather. And he was telling me how he wanted to go back to Mexico and he wanted to make a change there. And I told him, I said, well, please do your research. I know your family came over here from Mexico legally. Please do your research because I don't think other countries like Americans, they have a, I want to say, they how they think we are. And I wanted him to take from that as being mindful of his surroundings and being out there. He was like, oh, I love my people. I was like, yeah, I love my people too. But I want you to be mindful of going over there trying to do business with people you don't know. It's different when you raised in a place and it's different when you visit. Um, you know, if you haven't spent a whole lot of time there, you just knowing these people from like the outskirts and whatnot, I would be mindful of, um, you know, doing business with them if you don't really know somebody and you haven't developed a relationship with someone. I would be mindful of um, going over there doing business. That's just my opinion because, you know, 47, I feel like I know best because I've lived to be 47. If you ain't lived to be 47 and you ain't had a life experience, everybody have a different life experience. I want to say when it comes to your age, everybody have a different upbringing. And I'm here to share all my knowledge with you. I got stories whether you want to hear them or not, stuff that go on in different places and people just talk about it. They do a blog, oh, you know, dangerous places to live. Well, honey, how you know it's dangerous if you ain't never lived there? If you ain't never visited there and lived there, you don't know. I went to Detroit for this time and Detroit has changed. Places changed. I went to Oakland and it has changed from when I first went to Oakland. You know, that I didn't have video, but I was terrified in Oakland. I'm from Chicago, honey. If I was scared in Oakland, California, I was scared. I went to see Nicki Minaj and I was terrified. I gotta do that's why I got so many videos. It's I got like 5,000 videos, y'all. And I need to get them out to you guys. But I was scared in Oakland. I really was. I'm not even gonna tell you no lies. But I would suggest anybody trying to go up against any cartels, I wouldn't do it. But only I wouldn't even run for office in places like Mexico because it seems like the police, the army, everybody is working together against you. Who on your side? Who like I know you're trying to help the people there, but and a lot of these countries come try to get America to help. Honey, we need help. If I just did a short video on I was filming some shorts of the lights for Houston. And I happened to turn the corner and I saw beds. I don't know if they use people on pallets or beds or whatnot. I don't know. Or were they in sleeping bag? I was shocked to see all those homeless people in Houston. America had their own problems. And before we even try to venture out to help anybody else, we need to start at home first. That's why I didn't really care about the Democratic Party because they were study bringing people in and ignoring the problems that we have here. We have our own problems here, y'all. We ain't got time to be, we got to make America how it used to be, safe. And some people wanted to come and live. Come on, live. You know? On Thursday, the Mexican authorities discovered 12 bodies buried in clandestine graves in northwest Chihuahua State. Let me see, y'all. Let me see. On the Google Translate. I might be saying it wrong. Because, baby, I will mess some words up. Don't mean no harm. Chihuahua. So that was in Chihuahua State. Authorities discovered 11 graves containing 12 skeletons in Ascendance Municipal near the U.S. border. The state prosecutor's office said in a statement. So that was from CSNBC, and that was from yesterday. Yesterday morning Eastern Standard Time. How do you guys feel about the drug cartel in Mexico? Is there any hope for the people there? It's a lot of Mexicans here in North America, especially places like California, Nevada. They said, I don't know, I have to do a check, a history check, like go to the National Archives or the Library of Congress or a historical library. They said that California, Nevada, Arizona, Texas, parts of them were part of Mexico. That's why there's a lot of Hispanics there and a lot of Mexicans there. But I know it's a lot of Mexicans in California. And a lot of people leave their countries because they can't, everybody don't want to fight against the stuff that's going on. But President Trump was saying he gonna make them fight because he gonna send them back. You have to stay and fight your government. You can't let them just do whatever. You guys have to come together as people for your future of your country and the future of the things that's going on, honey. You can't let them just come and take over and do whatever. We ain't gonna never get nowhere that way. You can't just everybody come here and overflooded and overpopulated and try to bother the people here. A lot of those violent gangs and stuff are here. Let me tell y'all a story. When I first came to California, I wanted to learn about California and learn about the government here because I had just came from the southern states. And I was telling you guys in one video, a lot of the states, all of the states in North America have their own constitution. And California have all these different props, and they have like people with money that make laws. Yes. You can vote on some laws, but there's people that with money and they have two different governments. They have the California Republic, and they have the California government. So I was like, what does that mean? Even though I had been coming here my whole life because since I was younger, I want to say my auntie lived here. I still wanted to know about California and what was going on here and why it was so overpowered. I knew black people lived here, but why it was so highly populated with Hispanics and Asians, because it's right across the Pacific. Across the Pacific is Asia. So that's why it's so overly populated. And Mexico is right around the corner. Like the Mexican border is not a few hours away if you want to drive to it in California. It's not that far away. So that's why it's a high population of Hispanics. And of course, in Central and South America, it's a triple down if you've ever been there. Some of those places you have to take a trip. When we was in Panama, and we went from Panama to Colombia. Well, Panama doesn't have roads. A lot of those places don't have roads that you could just travel through. It's like the jungle. So you have to get on a plane to go from here to there. They have they have routes, but I'm scared. Honey, I don't like being out of my element, and I don't speak the language. Until I can speak Spanish fluently and understand what somebody is saying, I'll feel comfortable with going places, even in Asia, even in Africa, wherever I go. I want to learn some of the languages. I don't want to just be a peer there and I don't know how to speak nothing. I got to depend on somebody else to tell me what's going on. No, honey, no. We need to learn some of these languages before we get to venturing out. Now, I am protected because I am with a group, and some of those people in that group do speak Spanish. And when I first started going over to places like Costa Rica and, different places in South and Central America, I was speaking Spanish in college Costa Rica was my first place I've ever visited in those Central or South America. And I was speaking Spanish, but I was a foreign exchange student. We went to Costa Rica and I was living in Mississippi, and I was in college with one of our professors, and I loved it. And that was one of the I was like, oh my gosh, I like coming over here. I stayed in their house. It was so small. It rained every day. It was small. Like, I felt like a giant. Like, I'm not a giant, but I felt like one because, you know, it's small over there. Even like in China, honey, you would feel like a giant if you was tall like me. You feel like a giant. So what I'm saying is, my question to you all is, if you get this far in the video, how do you feel about the Mexican cartel? Is it gonna be a change? Is that ever gonna be? Are we ever gonna have a headline one day that says the Mexican cartel has been banned? It's not a thing anymore. Because since I've been here 47 years, the Mexican cartel has been a thing. I've always seen movies on it, and I've always heard about it in the news. Is that always going to be a thing? Why is that? Why is it a cartel? Why is it so much drug smuggling and migrant smuggling in these different parts of Mexico? Why are people risking their lives trying to come to North America? You got people just was talking junk, talking about how they was leaving North America because Trump was in office. This is my shirt, y'all, I got from Panama. I thought it was cute. Panama. Yeah. So I doubt it. I think the Mexican cartel will always be around, unfortunately. Well, I think so too, because I said I've been here 47 years and I'm always hearing stories, and they always having, oh, this drug cartel, you know, we have all the different movies on Netflix I was just talking about that focus on these people. They done kill police officers. If y'all watch Netflix, Kiki, I think his name was, he got killed. He was a DEA. Like, they don't care. They don't care because money is fake to me. It's fake. Money is just for transactions, stuff that we talking about. Hey, Lee, we talking about the Mexican cartel. You can go back and play the replay. It was 15 bodies just discovered in Mexico, skeletons and everything. And of course, they're doing a full investigation about that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing some updates, but they're not going to be on the live. I'm going to do updates on just regular content. And make sure you guys hit the notification bell to get those notifications. But we're talking about money. It sure is. I was just talking about how fake money is. Money started. I want to do, you know what? I think I want to do a documentary on money and how I think it started with the currency exchange. What is it called? When money first started, and people do anything for money. They just, you know, I'm not a person like that. I don't care about money. Money is just to pay my bills, to make me let me be able to travel and show you guys different parts of the world. I still need to go out here and show you guys parts of California that people are not talking about. They don't talk. They are talking about the homelessness crisis, but some of these places in California, right in Los Angeles, like East LA, they don't like black people. And my coworkers. Now I'm a open mind person when it comes to my family migrated information. More important. That's right. Family is always holla boy Bama. Money is always family is always important. But some of the, I think I got a video I did about these family members and how they act towards other family members. My own experience. That's all I can speak on. My channel is about my life experiences, things that I do on a daily, I see on a daily, and things that I have experienced being 47 years with family and friends, honey. If y'all didn't check out my video about when I told people about, I just don't even tell them. Even when my experience on Facebook was enough to let me know I couldn't even tell my own friends and family I wanted to be a content creator, to just share my life for something that my kids can be able to go back to see about my life. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you too, Holla Boy Bama. That's an interesting name. But yeah, just my opinion. And you guys can leave your opinion in the comment section about the history of the drug cartel. It's always been a thing. Do you guys think Donald Trump and them, because I'm saying Donald Trump and them, because he done hired folks already, child. Because we already see the Democratic Party ain't did nothing about the, and I think Kamala Harris said something about it. It's like, you're saying something about it, but you ain't done nothing about it. Again, this article, how Kamala Harris helped create a crime wave in California. This is not an opinion. This is a living truth with that Prop 47 mess. And I'm so glad Prop 36 passed, because them young ladies, Bama boy, okay. Okay, Bama boy, okay. I got it. These politicians that get in here that just want money, they don't care about the people. Donald Trump got his own money. I don't even think Donald Trump took the salary, because he got his own businesses. I think I saw something about him having his own company. Donald Trump got money. Some of these people that got money, they don't really care about. They only care about what they care about. I don't believe any politician is necessarily just to help people. They're going to help themselves because that's a position that they're in. They're going to help their friends because that's the position that they're in. Kamala Harris was helping her friends, honey. All them celebrities that she had endorsed, they weren't just doing that because they were her friends. And then she was like, oh, I've talked to the head of the cartel. Okay, well, what are you going to do about it? Them getting different routes. They always create routes to get drugs back and forth in America, right here in California. What are you going to do about it? You know, we want to know what you going to do about it. And I heard she's supposed to be running for the government. I think I had saw that and said it in a couple of months ago when I did a live on her. You want to run for the governor of California? Hunty, go sit down. Okay? We already got Newsom Gruesome still here. Go sit down, Kamala Harris. These people just want to line their pockets, in my opinion. Because I live in Los Angeles. And I particularly live in a building where it's 24-hour security. Honey, they always got to get people out of the building. It's so many. It used to be 1 or 2 blocks of homelessness in California that I used to see, 2 or 3 blocks at the max. Now, I got to take a different route to work to maneuver around the homelessness that's blocking the streets and crime. It's just bad. That's right. Right hand, please. You sure right. That's what rules America. You said it right there. Bama boy ain't told no lies. He ain't lied, because they're not gonna never tell the small people like us what's really going on behind doors. We only know what's going on the surface, what they show us on the news, what they tell us on the news. They ain't gonna show us what they want us to know. They tell us whatever they want us to hear. That's exactly right. You hit the nail on the coffin. As I'm here to tell you, baby, I got friends like, oh, I want to move to. I got family members that have never been to California, and they just like, oh, I want to go. I was like, it's not what you think. Okay, I'm from Chicago. I got an open mind. Every place have their hoods and ghettos, but these particular hoods and ghettos have changed throughout history since I've been here 10 years. The hoods and ghettos that melanated people that look like me don't exist really that much. They're ran by Hispanics and Asians now. We can't even have the ghettos. The Watts and the Comptons and Those places, when I look on the news and I see anything about Compton, I'm like, oh, okay, honey, I don't see black people. I see Hispanics and Asians. I'm like, well, where the black people at? You know, people that come out here to different events that I go to out here in California, they ask me, hey, you live in Los Angeles, where the black people at? Where can I park? We getting smaller and smaller, shrink. They running us out little by little. They running us out. And this is from my experience. Oh, okay. You guys are talking amongst each other. That's great. I love it. A lot of people, black folks, are being ran out of California, business people. This is coming from big people that have businesses here. And I'm like, well, man, you used to have like Tariq Nasheed. I don't particularly care for a lot of stuff Tariq Nasheed say, but he did put an effort, and I need to do I got a short video on that. He did make an effort to make a history museum about black folks, because the history museum they got now is like, what is this? Like, who put this together? Child, they just be okay, you guys live in Indiana. I'm from Chicago, right up. Y'all know, right there in, I used to go and get all my gas from Indiana when I stayed in Illinois, when I stayed in Torrance. I know you probably, Bama boy, I know you probably know about getting the gas and the liquor and everything. People that come from Illinois, they come and get y'all gas in Indiana. It used to be a Food for Less right there. Some gas stations right there across the border going into Indiana. You can go get gas from. They be cheaper. Liquor be cheaper. You know, everything is cheaper in Indiana. It used to be when I was growing up in Chicago, and I started driving at 12. My mom and dad taught me how to drive at 11 and 12 years old. It was a different experience back then, you know, trying to drive on the freeways and stuff like that, when Chicago was a safe place to live. I don't know if it's safe right now. I visited. I didn't have Indiana people usually get liquor on Sunday in Illinois. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. I think so. I'm talking about the gas, but boy, is the gas still cheaper in Indiana versus Illinois? Or is it like tit for tat? Because, honey, I got a short video that I went from Detroit to Texas, Detroit, and then the gas out here. It's ridiculous. Oh, okay, y'all. I know when I lived in Mississippi, we used to have to ride to, yeah, the gas is cheap. I know in Mississippi, we used to have to ride to the outskirts of Louisiana to get gas on Sundays in the South. And you had to ride. I don't know if Mississippi have a lottery yet, but I know in Louisiana, they had a lottery. And if you wanted to get a lottery ticket, you would have to drive to Louisiana right out across the border, right there by Vicksburg, to go to somewhere in Louisiana. They have like a gas station and whatnot you can go to and get different cigarettes and liquor on Sundays, and gas and lottery tickets. Yep. So I'm enjoying you guys. I've been on here almost 40 minutes, but it's okay. I can talk to you guys. I take this time out to talk to you guys that's on the live. And hopefully the Mexican cartel will be a thing of the past. But I want to see what Trump gonna do. If, like I said, none of these politicians, honey, you know, I know you guys know it's a House, a Senate, and then the president. When bills and stuff are passed, they have to go through a channel. And anything that go on is a channel going through. I'm saying this to say, because I know all the presidents, oh, you don't like Indiana. Well, why are you there? Weren't you there for work? Because I really don't like California. I'm just here for work because it pays the most in my field that I'm in, and being a woman, it pays the most in my field. So you probably there because it's cheaper to live, or you probably there because of work. A lot of people are in California for work. I know a lot of people from Chicago, Indiana, they're here for work in California. We don't deal with the locals or none of that. I keep stating myself, but I've always stayed to myself. Even when I was younger, I stayed to myself, and I encourage my kids to stay to themselves. However, kids don't listen, they do whatever they want to do. And they have to learn life is a whole experience. You can sit here and tell kids that ain't never been your age, when you get up in my age, about life, they ain't gonna listen. They still gonna do. Ever heard of Carmel, Indiana? My wife is from. So, oh, okay. See, yeah, you there for work too. Okay, yeah, I never heard of Carmel, Indiana. Where is that at? And how far is that from Chicago? It's probably like on the outskirts of. Let's see. Let's see. Carmel, Indiana. I'm gonna do Torrance, because I used to stay in Torrance many years ago when I was young and first trying to figure things out and had my own place, had moved from home. Torrance was one of the places I lived in. Back then, again, it was safe to live there. Let me see, Torrance. I'm gonna put Carmel to Torrance. Oh yeah, that's far. Oh, so you all the way, no, Torrance, Illinois. Torrance, Illinois. I don't know what they doing here. Google won't let me be great. Y'all know how they do. Torrance, Illinois. Oh, wait a minute. It was called Lansing. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my. Oh, it's Torrance, California. It was called Lansing, Illinois. Have you ever heard of Lansing, Illinois? Uh, Bama boy. Lansing, Illinois. Okay, so that's about a 2-hour drive. That's not that far. I see Carmel is a little, from the map that I see, it's about 160 miles. But I have never heard of Carmel. It looked like it's off of the I-65. Yeah, okay. It looked like it's closer to, it's a 2-hour and something. Look like I see from the map that I'm looking at. Let me turn this down some. Let's see if turning it down some will make a difference. Okay, if y'all can see that, Carmel is about 2.5 hours from Illinois, from Lansing. So Lansing is like right on the outskirts of, oh man, I'm going way back there. Food for less, Indiana, near Lansing. Okay, Hammond, Indiana. Have you ever heard of Hammond, Indiana? Bama boy, you know that's up there right near where Lansing is. I think it is a Torrance. I don't know. I know it's a Lansing, California. Calumet City, Illinois. Lansing, Illinois. I remember it used to be a Jeepers there. Man, that's not fan police that I have. Okay. Thank you, Lee. Thank you for you guys talking. Yeah, it's still there. That Food for Less has been there a long time, honey. In the 90s. In the early 2000s, when I was a young lady. Oh, okay, you got family. Okay, yeah, Hammond is really nice. I like Hammond, and I like Munster. Munster, Indiana, too, is a nice place I visited years ago. A long time ago. I was a young lady then. Just trying to figure out life, and just experimenting on places I wanted to live in North America. But I lived in Calumet City. I've lived in Lansing, Illinois, Calumet City, Illinois. I don't know if you ever heard of those places. I also visited when I was 10. Yeah. Oh, okay, good, Lee. You visited Illinois or Indiana? Which one you visited, Lee? Or both? It was always a going there. Oh, okay, yeah. Um, Back then, gas was a dollar and something, honey. If you could get gas for, it was $2 or something, or $2. If you could go on a good day in Hammond, Indiana, you can get the gas for $1. Honey, bring back that right there. Bring back that right there. Okay, you could get the gas for $1 a gallon back then. I was young, yeah. I was 19, 20 years old. And I love to drive. That's why I was a truck driver for 7 years. I love to drive. And driving it give you an experience to see the world, see different cultures, to see the different just seeing the different seasons. You know, you see the different seasons change, how that black ice out there on the roads, child. But yeah, life is a whole experience for all of us. And I feel like people that get up in age, that's older in age, they have so much to give the YouTube community, and on just talking to you guys about life experiences. Not saying that you got to listen, because these kids don't listen, honey. They will learn. What we used to say, you will learn. Okay. Like I told my daughter, she gets pulled over by the police, call daddy. Yeah, call her daddy, but please, this is just my experience, Bama boy. My experience with the police. I've said earlier in this live stream, I've been stopped. I've been here 10 years and I've been stopped by the police twice. The first time I was stopped because they had passed a new policy on the cell phones that you had to have the wireless. But since I drive for a living and the company I work for is a government, like a city, we were as a city employee. They kind of favor us because they have contracts with that particular company. City employees, you drive for a living, you have to have your license. They pretty much don't bother us. But I wasn't speeding or nothing. I just didn't know that they had passed a different ordinance saying that, hey, you got to have wireless. You can't be holding your cell phone on your hand. The police just let me know, and that was it. But I did what he asked me to do. Hey, officer, how you doing? He's like, hey, can I have your driver license? Sure, here you go. Can I get it? Because, I don't mind putting my hands up. Let me get my stuff, because I don't want them to think I'm reaching for nothing else. That's just me. I got my stuff. It gave him. He was like, oh, okay, you work for so-and-so. Okay. Did you know this and that? And I was like, no, I didn't know. And he told me, and he was like, well, just get you a Bluetooth, or, connect your phone. I can connect my Honda and my Mercedes Benz. Both of them, I can connect them to the car. So now I connect those to the car. And now, instead of me having it when I'm in the car, I can answer from the car. Remember back in the day, they used to have them car phones. If you my age, you know what a car phone is, baby. If you ain't, you don't know what I'm talking about. They used to actually have a car that was connected to, they used to have a phone connected to the car. If you my age, you know what I'm talking about. If you ain't my age, you don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all don't know nothing about that. If you ain't my age, I know police profile, so I don't like. Yeah, they do. They do profile, but please encourage your daughter to just do what they ask her to do. Don't challenge them, because they don't mind shooting folks. Okay. My experience, anytime they ask me to do something, I do it. And sometimes they warm up to you and have a conversation with you. That first experience was good, and my second experience was with a highway patrolman. I said earlier in the video that Gabe told me some stuff I didn't know in Pasadena, that you can't just make U-turns in the business district of Pasadena, which is okay. Thank you. He didn't give me a ticket. He gave me a warning because of my license. I have a Class A license. And sometimes if you're a person that they know Class A license people, we drive for a living. You may have some a-hole cops that don't care. But this particular police, he cared. He cared about my career. And he said, okay, Miss Johnson, I'm not going to give you a ticket. I will give you a warning. Just make sure you keep up to date with the ordinances and things that's going on in California, because things are changing, you know. And that's when I realized, yeah, he right. Even though I didn't know that about Pasadena, I was focused on more of Los Angeles stuff. But I travel to Pasadena all the time because I have a P.O. box there. If you look in my description box on some of my videos, you will see that I have a P.O. box there. So I was like, okay, I need to concentrate on the places that I travel to in California and what are their ordinances, what do they allow. You can get all this stuff online, or you can always, if you go there, go and visit that place and see what's going on and see what they allow, just to be informed for your own information, so you can inform your family. Hey, we traveling here, we going on a, you know, you could be going on a ride. Let's we going through these different places. Be informed on what's going on. People have stories on YouTube. People have stories on Instagram talking about their experience with the police, their videos and whatnot, and see if, you know, if they're profiling, what's going on, you know. It's just a lot of information available now that we didn't have when I was coming up. We didn't have, the internet wasn't a thing. You know, you had people that like Marcus Brownlee and Mr. Beast, they took advantage of starting YouTube channels earlier on, informing you and doing stuff, doing tech stuff, doing pranks and doing stuff. You have people that have been on YouTube since YouTube was a thing. Because again, every time I look for some information, I go straight to YouTube. I call it YouTube University or YouTube Academy, because it's so much information and so many videos on YouTube, and it's so many things that you can talk about on YouTube that people are looking for. I do videos when I first was on YouTube about stuff that's in stores, honey. I didn't know it was a thing, but when I did my research and I looked at my analytics, I saw that it was a thing. You know, they have an inspiration tab in YouTube to show you. And I'm like, okay, it's a market for this. It's a market for so much stuff, y'all, that people look at on YouTube if you have a YouTube channel. Oh, you 54. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So you got a lot of knowledge too. Yeah, I was born 77, so I know. I was born 77. Yeah, the YouTube, that's what I was just saying. The YouTube wasn't a thing back then. Nobody was thinking about, they didn't even have cameras on phones then, honey. We had flip phones. Okay, we had them big, remember them big block phones? We had them first. And then they had the flip phones and the walkie-talkies, the Nextels and the Nextels and the beepers and the pagers. We had to go to a cell phone. You get a beeper, you had to go to the pay phone when it was a dime or 25 cents back then to make a phone call. So everything is advancing. We just have to take advantage of everything that's advancing, and just get on. You know, you have to get on board. But back to this Mexican cartel. I believe all these places have gangs. Again, when I was in school, yeah, I remember car phones too. When I was in school, when I came out here, like I said the first time, I was learning about law enforcement and learning about, because they was emphasizing it with women, and I learned that Asian and Hispanic gangs are terrible. Not only are they terrible in their own country, honey, they're terrible over here, because a lot of them bring that mess over here, because the Democratic Party has just said, hey, we open, come on over here. You can't do that. You have to vet people and see, do they qualify to be over here? We have to keep our borders safe. Honey, we're going to be the next place where you can't come and live if we just have open borders and anybody can come and bring their mess over here. We can't do that. Countries love tourism. Even in North America, I know. I love having a beeper. What about the two-way beeper? You had the two-way, okay? I love having a beeper. I used to want to have a beeper. I think doctors' places still have beepers, like doctors and people still have beepers. I heard it was still places that had beepers. Man, I wish I could have my beeper right now. I had a two-way. I had a beeper. I love that junk. That stuff back then. But I even got some. Let me see. Let me see. I got some. I'm gonna try to connect these little things tomorrow and see if they work. These are some microphones that I've had for years, y'all. When I first got on YouTube, I was buying all kind of stuff. Look at that. I think this is like connect to your. Um, this is called, about a company called Movo. They're pretty good. I had some of their stuff for my Movo and Tele. What is this? Telescene is really good. Like I have their little gadget I use for my GoPro. But yeah, this is like a wireless microphone hookup. It has like the whole thing that you can hook up. But yeah, I got so much stuff. I'm cleaning it out right now. I got so much stuff. It don't even make sense. This is a microphone. And I'm talking about you gotta go. Okay, bye. See you. See you, Lee. Thanks for watching. You can always watch it back. Here with another microphone. I got so much stuff, y'all. I might can connect this to my phone. I have like a thing that I probably can connect this to my phone tomorrow. Let's see. I could put it to the side and connect it on the side. I'm gonna make something work because I got a little old squeaky voice. Make something work. It had like a little protector on it and whatnot. We're gonna try to rig this up tomorrow, okay? I'm gonna try to rig this up and get it working. And I could be like, hey y'all, hey. I can sound a little better. Take care, Lee. Thanks for watching. I'll be back here on here tomorrow at 7 p.m. Okay. I was thinking about doing a live stream on New Year's Eve for New Year's and stuff on TV that was going on. How you guys feel about that? We get like some parades and whatnot and some stuff going on here in North America. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to definitely look at a video because I don't remember how to connect. I don't know how to connect. I mean, it makes sense to put this over, but I'm not sure if it's over and whatnot. So I'm going to look. Sometimes when you buy stuff through Amazon, you can actually, my daughter is mixed. I don't know. Told you. Oh, okay, that's good. What's she mixed with? What's she mixed with, Bama Boy? Yeah, I'm definitely going to look more into this because I was going to buy one of those little microphones, but honey, if I don't have to buy a microphone and I got some gadgets right here, why buy one when you got all your stuff you need right here, okay? We done talked about so much on this live stream from the Mexican cartel. So back in the day, stuff, and I'm gonna try to work this out and see. I'm white, her mama is black and white. Oh, okay, that's what's up. And where you from, Bam? Oh, you say you live in Indiana. Indiana, I want to say my ex, his wife, my ex-husband, his wife is from Indiana. She's white. So, yeah, sorry, gotta go. Okay. No. You're fine. You're fine. You didn't get me off track. I like to talk to anybody that is in the chat that's giving me conversation, okay? You ain't got me off no track, Bama Boy, but is it snowing there now or what's the weather going on in Indiana? Let me see what's the weather like. Oh, it's 48 degrees there. Now that's in Indianapolis. How far are you from Indianapolis? In Caramel. Uh in Caramel, in Indiana. How far is that from Indianapolis? Look like you guys got some snow there too. Oh, rain showers. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, when I went to Detroit, it was nice. The weather wasn't as cold as I thought it was going to be. It's supposed to have been like 7 degrees, but it really was not. I didn't really, me living, coming from Chicago, living in the South, and then living here in California, I don't even really think I can get cold because my coworkers be bundled up out here in Cali, and I be looking at them like, I'm hot. I'm hot. I be hot. So, it says light chance of rain around 4 a.m. in Indiana. But again, this is from Indianapolis for the Weather Channel. Next country over from Marlin County, Indianapolis. Oh, okay. So yeah, y'all probably share some of the same weather then. Over there, caramel. Caramel. Carmel. I'm going to say Carmel, Indiana to Indianapolis, Indiana. Yeah, that's like 27. You like 30 minutes away from Indianapolis. Where did I go? I went somewhere in Indianapolis. My brother stays in Indiana, but he's staying in a little bitty town too in Indiana. I ain't never been out there. But my brother been staying in one of the little country towns in Indiana for a long time. He love it. And I'm like, dude, why can't you stay in Chicago? Or he won't. But you know what? My brother has some kids down there with a young lady in Indianapolis, in Indiana. And he's been down there a long time, but he's staying in a little country town. And he loves it. He loves it. Yep, he loves it. But the weather in Indiana, Chicago, I'm going to say Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and New York, places I have visited, are different. And it's crazy because it could be, I think New York is like the coldest out of all of the places. Indiana, Illinois, and Michigan, I want to say, in my experience, it's the coldest. It's the coldest weather. It's right there. But I need to get my butt off here. I've been on here a whole hour. Bama boy, we need to get up off of here, and I need to eat something because I'm gonna be up all night. I stay up all night because I work nights, so I try to stay up all night to keep up with. I don't have to go back to work till Wednesday. I try to keep up with my nightly schedule because if I start going to sleep at night, honey, I'm not gonna be able to work. And I work at night. I don't have no job where I don't work. Been having mold weather. Oh my goodness. You know what? We have it here. I've been having some mold here in California. I think where mold comes from is the moisture gets into the walls and it's not ventilating. Because when we had mold here in my apartment, in my daughter's room, she has her own bathroom in her room. I have my own bathroom in my room. Hence, my bathroom is right there. Right behind that door where my closet is. Those two doors. One of the doors is to my closet. Oh, one of them is to the door out. But behind there, one of those, my bathroom is there. And I never had mold. I've been in this apartment 3 years now. This is my 3rd year. Next year, I think I'm going to stay in this building, but I think I'm going to move to another floor because I need something bigger. Because my daughter, honey, she's still here. She's 20. She'll be 24. And she's still here, but mild weather, my bad. Oh, mild weather. Okay, I thought you said mold. Well, yeah, but back to the mold, I was saying, I really think mold, and I'm going to get off of that because that's not what you meant. I really think mold comes from not a lot of ventilation in that particular room. We don't have it anymore, but we've had it. But I'm glad you guys have mild weather there because I know the weather in Indiana and that snow, baby, it be 0 below, 20 below, 7 below. It be cold in Indiana like it be in Illinois and Detroit and Wisconsin. I love those places because You know, if you know anything, Bama Boy, I know y'all probably go skiing or go, you know, y'all go on the lakes and stuff. That's what we used to do. We used to go to little country towns and go skiing like Crystal Lake. And when I lived in Libertyville, Illinois, yeah, we got rid of that mall. They came and got that. As soon as I put in a work order, we had work orders here, and they got rid of that mess. They came the same day. They didn't play about that. They got rid of that mall. But I know if you out there, Bama Boy, I know y'all go skiing sometimes, and y'all go on the lakes. We used to do that a lot. And you know, in Northern California, they have snow too, like Big Bear and stuff like that. I always think stuff fake here. I have to go to places like Indiana, Illinois, Detroit, Michigan, uh, Wisconsin, Ohio, Iowa, because I know the snow is real there. And whenever I want to go somewhere snow skiing, I'm going to one of them places because I know the weather adheres to the snow. It be a little warmer when it snows in those different places. But child, I got to get off here, Bama Boy. I'm going to let you go. You too. I'm finna get off here too. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.